Hey y'all, how's it going? Railroad Captain back again today, and thought I'd make a little video here and touch base with some of y'all. I see these questions a lot online and different things, and there's nobody really, giving their take on stuff. So I'm trying to help some people out from the get-go about stuff. So let's get this going here. You all have decided that you want to build an HO scale model railroad, HO scale train layout. And you've decided you want to build 4 by 8 foot model train railroad. That's what you see online, that's what you see on here, it's what you see everywhere, right? Okay, let me tell y'all something. A little bit better things that you can do here. So let's dive into this, shall we? All right, so 4 by 8 sheet, that's your standard sheet of plywood, okay? That is what everybody, that's what, when you go to the hardware store, this is what you get. That's the main size. So that's what a lot of people go with. The biggest issue with the 4 by 8 is you can't do a lot with it, okay? I had the same thing when I was little. Got lucky, and Grandpa, he built me a 4 by 8 when I was a kid. Real small, probably too small. That's the thing too. You got to watch. You get started with the little bitty kids. HO scale and electric trains at that might be a little much for them. So you need to get on up there maybe a little bit. 8-10 years old probably be better deal for that. And if of course if it's for you and you're my age, knock yourself out, buddy. You've come to the right place. Lots of stuff to do. But 4 by 8 is so limiting. It really is, okay? I had one, I had it in Grandfather's basement when I was a kid. It was always in the way. They were always trying to move it somewhere. Of course, that messed everything up that I tried to do. And it basically became looking like a pool table with pool felt. And yeah, when you're a kid, little kid, that's fine. Now, you're an older guy, you're an adult, or ladies, whoever wants to do this kind of thing, and you want to put more detail into it, you want to do with that, there's more options to go with here. And I was lucky after, getting of age and adult here, and I ended up buying my own home here, and actually the home that I grew up in. So once I got to where I could do this, I actually went and got my 4 by 8 out of my grandparents' basement and brought it over. And I thought, what am I going to do? It was going to take up so much room. It's here, it's here, it's here. I struggled with this for the longest time. It was absolutely aggravating trying to figure out what I wanted to do with that. So I got to thinking about it, and I thought, you know what? I want to go bigger. I've got the room. I know a lot of y'all don't, and that's fine. You can do a lot of stuff, even with a little bit of room. But I had the room to do it, and for sentimental reasons, as you can see, he put the paneling on it and everything. I thought, you know what? I'm going to keep it. I'm gonna start with it, put it out here in the middle, get it off the wall, and then I can add on. So that worked. That worked for me, and that's working for me. And as you can see, I got a lot more going on, and it's going to be going on. I've made some other videos. If y'all want to go on there and check them out, got a lot of other videos, and you can see my progress that'll get you caught up to this point. But I wanted to try to help out, especially new people, with this idea of the 4 by 8. And honestly and truly, I don't think it's a good idea. So when you get in somewhere just like this, usually, especially for kids of mine, when I was a kid, they want to tuck it over against the thing, over against the wall, get it out of the way. It takes up so much room. You got to have it so high to deal with. So as you can see right here, okay, the 4 by 8, it extended to here, okay, right here. I've added onto there. So you got 4 feet right here, all right? I'm 6 feet tall. You're up against the wall. Guess what? You can't reach. You cannot reach all the way across this to try to do anything of what you need to do. That is such an issue that you've got to think about that sort of stuff. Another thing is how much it limits you on the size of what you want to do. And you can see here, before I decided in which route to go, how I was struggling trying to decide, what kind of curves you put on. Well, just about every 4 by 8 layout, it turns into the same thing. You get the snap track, the 18-inch radius, 22 is as wide as you can possibly use. And then the next thing you know, you've got it stuck out all the way to the edge here to get a 22 to fit, all the way to the edge, and then you know what? That's not realistic. It goes around and then it'll come, you know, you've got your big oval. You can fit 2 ovals in, but it just takes up the room, and you're not getting what you want. You're not really even, honestly, as a kid, wasn't getting what I wanted out of it. Had the double oval track on here, get the train out, drive it around a couple of times, wouldn't. About that third time around this Hercule, this oval on this 4x8, and I'm like, okay, well, this is boring. I'm done. I'm going to go work on my, my kits for my buildings, or do something else, or go outside and play, or whatever. So it ended up being a once a week thing when you went over there and you go down here and trying to get the dust off of it, and it doesn't want to run right. And it's just boring. And it's almost 50 years old, or a couple times around the loop. It's the same thing. You're going to get bored of it. So it's just an idea to try to think, if you have the room, you're always better off to just go around your perimeter. Then you don't have to fight with it. You don't have to deal with the issues of it. You've got where you can go around and you can reach. Now, luckily enough here, I had the room. Like I said, I can reach from both sides in here. And I got to keep this. And like I said, I kept this more for sentimental value and just because of what it was and the bench work and everything. That was what my grandpa built. As I started adding on to it, then I had the room stayed right at 2 feet. Well, you're still buying 4x8 sheets of plywood. That's your cheapest bet, and then you cut down to what you need. And that way, you're saving a little money there. But if you go around your perimeter, around your room, so to speak, you got a couple of feet at the widest. It doesn't have to be that way. I just done that because that's half of a 4x8 sheet. But you can reach. You've got plenty of good reach here. You go around. You can walk all the way around, no matter how much you've got. And, if you can't do this much of your house or your basement or whatever, luckily, I got 30 feet wide on this side of the house. I come down here, and this kind of gives you, I'm still in the planning stages, but I've sat here and worked up, and you go from, okay, what did I say up there? What's normal? 18-inch radius, I believe, was normal. 22, kind of, snap track wise. When you get your flex track and you've got the absolute room to do it, I want to remember, I've got it on another video, okay, if y'all want to go on and check it, but you look at the differences on this. This is for my figures here to do these main lines here. You're going up to, I want to say it was like a 42 to a 46, maybe. I'll have to double check it. Y'all check that video out and see what you think. But, that's huge. That's an incredible difference. Instead of being able, you're running on an 18-inch radius, you're looking at such a small radius. You've got the front and back of your locomotives hanging off. It doesn't look realistic. You're limited. You can't run an auto rack. That's just not going to happen. You can't run your big steam engines if you're into that era. So you're limited yourself. You want to, if you can get the room, you want to get away from that 18 and 22-inch radius. The bigger, the better. If you got the room to do it, then go for it. Do it as much as you can. And then, still in here, still with the 2 feet, everything is going to work out pretty decent. And then when you get finished there, of course, here I built the bridge and got several videos on here. You can go on here and check that out. And don't be afraid to try that. Everybody, oh, that's terrible, it sucks, it la-di-da. Yeah, and after several months of letting your wood settle and your wood, it's going to bow and warp just a little bit, especially in the humidity and stuff in places. And I've had to go back and, readjust a few things. And it's fine. That's what it's for, and it's what it's all about. The main thing, don't be afraid to try it. Give it a shot. So, You can also do what they call the dog bone type deals where you could go down and then come back and circle around. And there's so much that can be done, is what I'm getting at, without dealing with, you know, limiting yourself to the 4x8. It's just not, it's not a good thing. It honestly and truly, as far as, you know, building a layout, it's really not. And I'll give you another example here of some things. Let's go check something out, shall we? Hey, y'all. Now, I was going to try to give you a little bit more of an example, and I'm remodeling this bedroom, okay? And that's just to show you, sorry, I know that's going to echo in here, but kind of give you an idea. A lot of you go, I don't have the room that you've got, or I'm limited to a bedroom or something space. Okay, so let's check this out, all right? And just kind of give you a little bit better idea. And here, since I'm remodeling this bedroom and it's empty, okay? So I want to say the specs on this room were, it's an odd shape, but I think they were like maybe 12 by 14, 12 by 12. You know, it's not the biggest, kind of the standard size room here. But you want to look, see, if you come in here and you're going, okay, I'm going to put a 4x8 sheet in here, okay? Look, here's 4 feet right here. This right here is 4 feet. Okay. Now you look, I'm gonna try this out just a hair. This, I know it distorts it just a little bit, but I wanna give you a better idea of what 4 foot does here, okay? There's just no way that you're gonna be able, there's no way that you can reach across this. You can't do it. There's just no way. You can't reach this corner. You can't get where you need to get. Okay, there's, like I said, that's 4 feet with, you know, what, double that. 8 feet, my goodness. I mean, you are talking big time. Even if you put it, you know, in a different part of the thing, you try to center it in this room to where, okay, you may say, well, I'm gonna use this whole, I'm gonna use this entire section here. Well, you know, you're getting into the same thing. You know, there's, my goodness, that's 4 feet. That's roughly 4 feet to there. And look at that. And this is a standard size bedroom. You're gonna have less than 2 feet down here to get around this. So, and then you're still gonna be getting yourself into the problems that I talked about before of just being realistic, getting tired of going around in this little oval, and you're just really messing your space up. And if you'll notice now what a difference this would make, even in here, you know, I have to excuse me, trying to get my tape measure back out. There we go. And say, you know, you do 2 feet, which you wouldn't have to, but just kind of a standardized rule here. I mean, that's perfect. You can reach over that. And I've seen people, you know, do this entire room. If you've got, you can use it. You can use the room, you know, bring it out here, you know. Windows, that's another obstacle, but it can be done if that's what you want to do. That's the thing. Be careful around, you know, some people have closets. You may have somewhere where you've got electric boxes or water, you know, water pipes, electric boxes. Steer clear of stuff like that. You never know when that's going to leak. You never know when something's going to have to be got into. And an electric box is something you need to get into real quick. That can be dangerous real quick. Just stay away from them. Steer clear of that if at all. Well, not if possible. You just don't need to be doing it. Especially water. Water drips. You know, you get a leak, you get something, you're going to destroy everything you got. It's no fun there. But the electric box, you definitely don't want to get anywhere near that electric panel for sure. But even in here, just looking around, you know, I could make this work. You could make this work. You could have a really nice thing. You could put 2 feet around this room and, you know, it could be done. Over here even, you could always build you a bridge, a lift up bridge over here, like that I built downstairs. And don't be afraid to try those. It's not the easiest thing in the world, but it's pretty cool when you get done and go, hey, wow, that worked. That's pretty neat. So just want to try to give you a little bit more idea of what you got going on in here and how you can do what you want to do even in a smaller space, even in a bedroom or something like this if you don't have as much room. But you can see how much better it would be to do something around the room in here, even if it's a small switching layout, than to try to put a 4x8 sheet of plywood in here in the way of everything. So, hopefully I've helped y'all out a little there, give you a little bit better idea and a few more ideas about, what you can do with your layout. You like trains, kids are into them, or even just you, whoever. It's a cool hobby, man. It really is. Get involved with this sort of thing. It's like anything else. You get what you pay for and what you put into it. I wanted a project finally as I got older, something that I can mess with from now on. I don't have to have this done in a year, and I don't have to have this done in 20 years. And, it's cool that I got to keep the little 4x8 that Grandpa made for me when I was a kid and kind of got me started in all of it to start with. But I hope I helped you out with some ideas there. There's a whole lot better ways to go, even in a small space, than to try to just build a 4x8 sheet plywood layout. So think about the around the room kind of deal. Think about the switching layouts. Something you're going to enjoy, something the kids are going to enjoy, and something that after you put all the effort into that you can't walk around it, or you're bored to death because all you can do is sit and go in a little low circle and it's done. So anyways, hope it helped y'all out. You got any questions or comments, let me know. It might be something else I can help you with. If you get a chance, check out my other videos. Got a lot of videos on how I built the bridge here, getting started on working on the layout and try to do updates on that. Got some stuff on there. Got a lot of the real trains. I really enjoy getting out and chasing the real ones and taking videos. So, y'all take care. Hope everybody's good, and we will catch you on down the road. Thanks a lot for watching.